Hi, my name is Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're going to be looking at the top defensive line free agents for the 2023 offseason. Now, I'm going to count all defensive linemen, tackles, and edge rushers in this one video just to sort of consolidate. And one name that will be absent from the list is Fletcher Cox, just because I don't really believe he's going to go anywhere. He's played for the Eagles so long, I don't see him suiting up for anyone else, even if he does have a chance to win a Super Bowl with a different team. All right, we're going to start with Dalvin Tomlinson, who was an unsung hero on a very bad defense last season. He was a Viking last year. He had 2.5 sacks, 42 tackles, and a forced fumble. He is a run stopper and a pass rusher. That versatility is going to pay off for somebody. Somebody's going to want to add that sort of versatility to their lineup, especially when you need everything nowadays as the game gets more and more offensively minded. He also has 55 tackles for loss over the past 5 years, and that is actually third highest among all defensive linemen, so the 29-year-old will be a good signing for somebody. Next is Yannick Ngakoue, who's kind of floated around the league for a while, just finds where he fits and goes and plays. He was with the Colts last season, another not-so-great defense. He had 9.5 sacks, 29 tackles, and a forced fumble. He's more of a pass rusher on the edge, but if you can find a package for Ngakoue, who's only 28 years old, and really put him up against some subpar tackles on either side of the line, he can still pay dividends, and I'm not sure a team is going to have to pay him that much to get his services. So Ngakoue is going to be a great budget-free agent for a team looking for a little bit of a pass rush. Marcus Davenport is up next. Davenport seemed like he's been in the league for a long time, even though he's just 26. He's mostly listed as an edge rusher, and last year with the Saints, he only had half of a sack and 29 tackles. He did have 32 pressures last year, but it's not a great pass rushing free agent class this year, and I think his upside and his youth will allow him to sign most anywhere he wants as long as the money is right. I think Davenport, if he doesn't come back to the Saints, will definitely go to a contender, someone who can see his upside. All right, Daron Payne is up next, or Darren Payne. With the Commanders last season, he had 11.5 sacks and 64 tackles. That's quietly a really, really great year on a team that wasn't so good. Now, some of that is the scheming of Ron Rivera, who's seen as a defensive guru in the league, but he was a first-round pick for a reason. He's athletic, he's comfortable at the defensive tackle position, and he had a great year in a contract year. No matter how you slice it, I think he's going to get paid by somebody, especially in, like I said, a bit of a weaker defensive line class. And then finally, we have Javon Hargrave, who is also an Eagle. He had 11 sacks, 60 tackles, and a forced fumble. Simply put, Javon Hargrave had an insane year. He is 30 years old, so people might be scared of the age. But for a Super Bowl-ready team, he's shown that he can rack up double-digit sacks. Didn't have a great Super Bowl, but he might fit on just about any team. Give the interior of an opposing offensive line some real trouble. He might stick with the Eagles, but they have a lot of decisions to make and a lot of money to spend during this offseason. So if he is truly a free agent, he might be the best one on the defensive line. So yeah, thanks for watching. But let me know who I missed below. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned to the Game House.